Blinded by the Light is not quite in theaters. It will be in theaters in a couple days. This is an early screening review that I got to actually do. And this is a film, for those who don't know, it's about a teenager that learns to live life, understand his family, and find his own voice through the music of Bruce Springsteen. Now, Bruce Springsteen is someone that I honestly haven't really listened to much of his music. But based on this movie, seems like a decent artist. I'll give it that. His popularity does seem to be warranted. This is a movie that I feel as though everyone can relate to. Wanting to find your voice, wanting to get people to understand you and understand your perspective, and just how it's important to have your own perspective on everything, to be heard and not just kind of suppressed. I like that, and I can relate to that personally. That's why I think I personally, in those regards, I liked the movie. I also like how this movie was very diverse. I mean, this is a movie that obviously it has to be warranted to be diverse because, I mean, it's based on true story, and the true story was diverse. But I think that this movie is really interesting with how it really does make you feel like you're in the 80s. And I know that's a given that pretty much every movie these days seems to be wanting to take place in the 80s, so it's a given. But, I mean, I really did feel like I was in the 80s, and it was a different kind of perspective because it's Britain. So I liked it. I also liked the acting. I think that Viva Kara as Javed was really good. And the directing by Grenada Chetta, she was the director. I think her directing was solid. I think that she knew what she was doing behind the camera. There are some cool shots, and the movie is definitely crowd pleasing. However, I have to say this movie was kind of a missed opportunity. I didn't hate the movie, by no means that I hate the movie. I found it enjoyable enough at least. But I felt like towards the end, the movie just kind of did things that propelled the drama and not the actual characters. Like, the movie focuses a lot on the characters throughout most of the movie, but then they do things that are kind of out of character just so that they can get from point A to point B in a dramatic fashion. And I don't know, I felt it was kind of borderline cheesy, but also just kind of forced. And it stinks too because, yeah, it could be based on a true story, at least towards the end. I mean, there could have been some verification, but I just felt it was very forced. And I think also the messages were kind of, I'd say, muddled, because at the end of the day, yes, it was nice that, again, I'm not going to spoil anything. It's nice with how everything was kind of tidy. But the reality is life isn't always really tidy. And I get it that it was based on true story. But it just felt, it didn't feel earned. It felt like towards the end, it just felt really rushed with how it was presenting everything. It was kind of like, well, wait a minute, don't you have that? Okay, never mind. So it just felt like it was just going through the motions just so that it could be even more crowd pleasing than it already was. And I don't like that. I mean, this movie has the message of, you know, how music is affecting this boy Javed and how it's really affecting him. And art is like that. It really does affect you. But I felt kind of empty after watching the movie. I felt like I enjoyed it. I did. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. But I felt kind of empty while watching it. While going home, I was just kind of like, wow. I was kind of bummed because I was really hoping that this was going to be this year's Sing Street. But alas, I mean, it's slightly above Yesterday, which I thought was a waste of a good premise. It's slightly better than that movie, but at the same time, I think it could have gone from okay to like solid to really good. Nonetheless, though, Blinded by the Light, it is elevated by its acting, its diverse cast, and of course, the music of Bruce Springsteen really does help to elevate this movie. And that's why, for me personally, Blinded by the Light, I will be giving a 3.25 out of 5-star rating, which feels like a hot sauce rating. It's the goal, Franks. So Franks is obviously a basic rating. So, it's a basic movie. That being said, I know that there's going to be a lot of people that really like this movie, and I can appreciate that. I mean, right now it has like a 90-something Rotten Tomatoes. I get it. I mean, 3.25 out of 5-star rating, I mean, that's a positive rating. So, I mean, I give it a fresh rating too. So, guys, those are my thoughts, though, on Blinded by the Light. What did you think of it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.